The checklist can be found on the property specific menu. Depending on your access control, you're going to see different tools, but you will see the checklist. And in the checklist here, it's set up to map the properties. The mapping here has been set up for the user to have the option to choose from a preset set of items. So if you notice here, I can check each of the items and they're organized and categorized. So the first is the GLA, gross living area. And the design and the concept behind this information is to create a relevant checklist of items that could impact the property. So if we notice there's a possible issue, it's going to give you a red if an FI needs more information. And then here, then you got a set of options that you can choose. So if the home is smaller than average, this is information. So you're going to have options, right? So here, bed, bath, typical bed, bath count for the area, less bed, bath than average. So what you're doing is using the preset set of options to make determinations for each of those variables. And then the system can then go ahead and take this information and make a determination description. And it's also used to be able to send out these opportunities according to the variables that impact it, all the way from property conditions to locations and things like that. So in this particular case, you can see that the house, I have those options. I can use this. I can put this, everything can be okay. I can play around with it, right? Once this is done, then you get to the value and conditions section, right? And this data in this first column gets transferred from the IDX, the MLS information. So the occupancy type, I can see occupant, buyers to verify, whatever that option is. Sales type, short sell. So let's just say this is a not approved short sell. Property type, single family. So then I can come in here and choose single family. And again, this is important because you're actually able to back up in the market price. So this is a new listing. Days on the market. This is irrelevant. Value range. This is where we can say it's between 540 to 550. Then we can sit here and say not a solid comps, not a good comp. So you can kind of get an idea, right? You got to understand this information, and it goes way beyond this video. This is just simply to give you an idea of the navigation and the features behind it. And this information is used for the mapping and sending out of the properties. But this has to be done before you can send them. Once this is done, you can generate a comment. And now you're going to see why this information is important, because this data now has created an actual description of the property. It says light to medium rehab, craftsman design, home is smaller than average, typical lot size, no visible additions, residential zone, pool conditions unknown, electrical towers, buyers to verify, bath count. So you actually created a readable description of what this property looks like. It gives you the asking price, it gives you the range. So now you have a very brief but data-rich description of the property that can be used as a comment into the notes. So you can brought down into the notes, so somebody can come in here and very quickly get an idea of what this property is all about by doing the checklist. Also here you can drop out pictures and things like that. So there's a lot to this. This is a high-level checklist, and then you're going to be able to see how this information gets transferred and used. But whoever is your expert on this, or do set up a time with your trainer to make sure you understand this and that all this information is relevant to you, and we can map that for you so you can utilize this very powerful tool.